and welcome to this very special act of collective worship. I'm Helen and I'm with Hand to Mouth, and we've been going into schools for many years to lead RE lessons, acts of worship and to offer prayer journeys. Sadly, we can't be with you today in person, but we're really excited to be able to worship God with you through this video and to share the good news of Jesus. In the Christian holy book, the Bible, they call Jesus the light of the world. So let us begin our collective worship by lighting this candle to remind us that the light of the world is always with us. Don't worry if you don't have a candle, you can share mine. Now we're ready to begin.
Hey lad, that's a big sigh. Are you alright?
Well, I'm not so bad, Dad. It's just that I've been watching news on television, and it's all bad news, isn't it?
It is these days, I'm afraid.
All of those people getting killed, and then all of those people left without homes, and they say they won't have any food for them to eat.
Aye, it's sad.
I've been thinking though, Dad, I think I'd like to send them some money. You know that money I've saved up for that computer game?
I do.
Well, I want to send it to people abroad so that they can get some food to eat. What do you think?
I think that's a right grand idea, and I think I shall send some as well.
Oh, brilliant, Dad.
Hey.
Oh, we've had a bad year though, haven't we?
We have, haven't we?
I mean, with Grandad dying. Oh, I do miss him.
Yeah, so do I.
Why do people have to die? I just don't understand it, Dad. I mean, I used to love going down to allotment with Grandad. I mean, we used to go looking for caterpillars. It were great fun.
Well, there's a lot of caterpillars down there.
Well, there is. In fact, he told me that you can learn an important lesson from caterpillars and cabbages. He says it's a good illustration to give you some hope about dying.
Yeah.
But trouble is, I can't remember what he said.
Oh.
Has he told you then? Do you know what he were on about?
Of course he told me. But listen,
Yeah,
your mother wants a cabbage.
right.
We're having shepherd's pie for tea. How about that?
With gravy.
And she'd like a cabbage to go with it.
Right.
Yeah? So, how about you come with me?
Yeah.
And on the way down, I'll tell you the story again. Just
All
to
right.
remind you.
All right then, Dad.
Come on then.
Come on then.
In the Christian book, the Bible, the disciples were saying to Jesus, what happens when you die?
Here. Are you ready, girl? It's soon going to be our turn. Don't want to get left behind, do we?
It's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here.
Staying here?
Staying
Staying
here.
here?
I'm staying here.
You can't stay here. Everybody's got to go across the cabbage patch, eating as much cabbage as they can. And, well, when you get to the other side, you've arrived.
Arrived? How do you mean, arrived? Has any of the other caterpillars come back to tell you they arrived? No. You don't know. You might get picked up by a bird and eaten. You might get picked up by a little boy and put in a matchbox.
Well, all I know is what it says in the book.
Book?
Yeah.
And what book might that be?
The caterpillar's instruction book, of course. It says in there that we've all got to wiggle across the cabbage patch, eating as much cabbage as we can. And when we get to the other end, we get all sleepy and we changes. Easy as that.
But a don't want to change.
Ah, yeah.
I like being like this.
But think about it, girl. When we get there, we might not have these boring old cabbage leaves to eat. We might get special cabbage restaurants. There might be cabbage in a basket, cabbage vindaloo, crispy fried cabbage. Go on, there might be Big Mac cabbage burgers. I can't wait. It's going to be ace.
Well, you'll believe anything you read, you will. You know, next minute you'll be telling me you gotta grow wings and fly. A bit like that up there.
That's exactly what does happen. We goes across the cabbage patch eating as much cabbage as we can. When we gets to the other side, we gets all sleepy, tired, we falls to sleep, and we really fat, and then we turns into a chrysalis.
Oh, what a sis.
A chrysalis! And then you sprouts wings, and you turns into a butterfly, and well, you flies around. As free as a butterfly. It's going to be brilliant.
It's a long way up there. Can't see a parachute. I think I'd rather keep my feet firmly down here on the cabbages.
Oh, well, you've got enough feet to keep firmly on the cabbages, but they're not going to do you any good. Hey, look. We're at the front of the queue, girl. It's our turn to go. Listen, don't worry about a thing. Just follow me, all right?
No.
But you've got to. You can't stay behind. Listen, I'll count to 3. Are you ready?
No.
1. Get ready.
No.
2. Get steady.
No.
3. And away we go. Whee!
It's crackers. Everybody knows that raw cabbage is much better for you. I do feel sleepy.
So let's think a little bit about that story that we've just been watching. To begin with, we got Charlie the son, and he was feeling a bit fed up because he'd been watching the news on television, and he'd been watching about how there'd been yet another world disaster and a lot of people had been killed. Then he's missing his granddad, who died earlier in the year as well. So he's not feeling so good. Then we've got our 2 caterpillars. There's one who's waiting for change and he's really looking forward to it. And the other one who just doesn't understand, doesn't get it. What's he talking about? Getting a new body. How on earth can that happen? Well, the truth is, at some time, we all have to die. And for some of us, it might be because we're so ill, we can't get better from an illness. For some of us, it might be that we get injured in some way and we can't be mended. And then for others, it's going to be that we just get really old and our bodies get worn out. Well, in the Christian book, the Bible, Jesus tells his friends, the disciples, that one day they're going to be with him. And they're going to be free from sickness or injury or old age. He says that they're going to get new bodies. And that's absolutely amazing because they'll be able to dance and skip around. But the good news is, the promise wasn't just for his friends then. It's for people who are his friends now, that one day we can all be with him. And we're going to finish now with a prayer. And if you want to join in with this prayer, that's fine. But if for any reason you'd rather not, that's okay. Just sit and just listen. Dear God, we thank you for the promise in the Christian book, the Bible, that when we trust in you, we have nothing to fear. Thank you for the promise that one day we can be with you forever with new bodies that are free from sickness, from pain, and from old age. Amen.
Well, thank you, Margaret, for that lovely story with such a wonderful message. It's so reassuring to know that we've got a hope in Jesus' promises. Thank you. Now, I love butterflies. I see lots in the garden at this time of year and they're really bright and cheerful. And I've been making some butterflies earlier. You can see them here. And I'd like to show you how to do that if you would like to have a go. It's really easy, so don't worry about it. So we need to choose ourselves 2 squares of paper, one's a little bit bigger than the other, and put them together like this. And out of them we're going to cut a little notch, a little triangle, out of opposite sides. Turn it round and cut it out of the other side. And then we're going to fold it. Now remember, you're folding on the straight part, and this is the tricky bit. Folding over and under, over and under, and keep doing that. Whatever you do, don't be tempted to wrap it round, or else you'll get in a real mess and the butterflies won't be able to fly at all. So you've got your concertinaed paper. You now choose a pipe cleaner or some string or some elastic and wrap it round and secure it. You might even like to put a little bend on the end to make the antennas look special. And then we can open our concertinaed parts to make the wings. And you just need to adjust it because we never get it right first time. There we are, we've got our antenna facing upwards. Now what you need to do then is decide, are you going to put them into your class display, or are you going to take them home with you and hang them on a display, a little bit like mine? So I hope you'll really enjoy making your butterflies and have a lovely day.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our collective worship time today. I wonder what you found interesting. I wonder what you found helpful. I wonder what you found challenging. And I wonder what you found encouraging. Now's the time to blow out our candle. Until next time.